Hey guys, the Voyages of Volatility reset, and we're gonna take a look at all three battles. Starting off, obviously, with battle number 1, in which we face these three dogs. Now you can see they apply pollution to your entire team, so you have to either bring characters that cleanse these pollution stacks off of your entire team, or you simply watch out for them. These dogs, they take 50% less damage from mass attacks, so try to bring characters that excel at using one target attacks. As you can see, those enemies, they apply a shield to themselves, and whenever you would break this shield, these enemies become more vulnerable to crit. So break those shields first, and then see that you get as many attacks out as possible to increase your chance as much as possible to actually crit. So a follow-up team with, for example, like GU or something would be very beneficial here. The most important part and the key to victory is to apply as many debuffs to those enemies as you possibly can, because for each debuff applied to those enemies, they will take 15% more damage. So poison is really strong here. Or a character that I would highly recommend is the character 6, because he can cleanse the pollution stacks away from one of your characters. He applies a plethora of good debuffs to the enemy team, and he has a one target ultimate attack that deals significant damage. So yeah, the character 6, he really does it all in this battle, so I would recommend you bringing him. And yeah, then again, watch out for these pollution stacks, refrain from using mass attacks, break those shields, then go nuts and bring debuffs. That's gonna be it for this battle number 1, so we can now move on to battle number 2. And here we go, battle number 2, that is much more simplified. There is not much to break down. First, you can see that your enemies are from the plant afflators, so you wanna make use of this and bring beast afflators characters that deal some damage, such as the characters Anionala or J. Then you should refrain, you should not be me, right? I should have used the character 6 in the battle before and not in this one, but you can just ignore that fact. Point is, don't bring any debuffs, they don't do anything here, because those enemies, they will cleanse all of their debuffs away at the end of every single round, so refrain from bringing debuffs. Then the big gimmick and the key to victory in this battle is to bring a character that can cleanse away the buffs from all of your enemies, because they not only apply a plethora of good buffs to themselves, no, for each buff applied onto those enemies, they will deal more damage. And yeah, you don't have to necessarily do this, right? You will get away with not doing this, you know, but it is highly recommended to bring a character like Pickles that can cleanse away the buffs from the enemy team. And what you should also watch out for is that you don't bring a character from the star afflators, because this really is, let's say you don't bring a character that cleanses away the buffs and you bring a star afflators character, that would make it so that GU becomes out of control. My 2 fairy here actually died, so there we go. Don't be like me, don't bring debuffs, bring someone that cleanses the buffs away from your enemy team, and don't bring star afflators characters. If you want to be as efficient as possible, bring beast afflators characters that can deal damage, such as J and Anionala. And that's it for battle number 2. Then we have battle number 3, where you face these 3 chickens. And yeah, you can see already they are from the beast afflators, so bringing mineral afflators characters is very beneficial. They have 3 stacks on them, 3 buffs, as you can see. Those are called poison feathers, and they make it so that, first of all, these enemies will take less damage depending on how many stacks of those poison feathers they have on themselves. They will lose one of those stacks every time they are attacked. That's why also here as well a follow-up team is really good. Or again, a character that can cleanse away the buffs from the enemy team is also very good. That's why I used Pickles here. And yeah, like mineral afflators, right? Recollector is very good here. I did this one with Semmelweis. But you want to see that you get a lot of attacks out to get rid of these poison feather stacks, so you can actually deal the most amount of damage possible. These enemies, they will apply poison to you, so if you could bring a character like Fatutu or the character 6 again, that can cleanse away these stacks of poison, that would be the most efficient thing. But it really all comes down to you bringing mineral afflators characters and getting rid as fast as possible of those poison feathers that are on the enemy side of the field, because again, they reduce the damage that these chicken take, and they make it so that their poison stacks last longer. But yeah, cleanse the poison, bring mineral afflators characters, and see that you get rid of these poison feather stacks before you deal your actual big damage. And that's really about it. Like, Semmelweis is probably the best character to face this battle with, because you can get rid of all those poison feathers, and then at the end of the turn, when you got rid of all those poison feather stacks, Semmelweis will come in clutch with her extra action that she does this one right here, boom, you know, that will deal a tremendous amount of damage. So that's what I would recommend you do in this fight, and that's about it. I hope that video was fun and informative. If you like Reverse1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate that. But until next time, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and we love this game.